Listen, 80 to 90% of the people that I teach bakasana crow pose to are able to get into it, even though it has taken them years and they've never been able to do it before. And that is the power of using 3 things I am going to teach you in this 5-class series. We are going to start with a class to open up through the parts of the body that need to be really mobile and limber and ready to get you into this pose. Then we're going to focus more on how to actually do crow pose in the second video. The 3rd class is going to teach you side crow, playful bakasana, slightly different variation on your crow, and it's going to help you build that strength. The 4th class, we're working on side crow into Vinyasa A, so taking it up a notch in terms of advanced, but stay with me. We're going to do it step by step. And the 5th and final class is going to teach you how to do bakasana into jump back, so your crow jump back. All I need you to bring to today's first session is a couple of blocks, a mat, something that you feel comfortable to move in, and most importantly, just an open mind and an open heart. Give it a go. Find that playful spirit within you, that inner childlikeness to be able to have fun. So bring a blanket for your knees for protection if you want to have a bit of cushioning, and also a big pillow or cushion. Go and grab that. I'm Angie, and when you're ready, I'll meet you over on the mat. Okay, let's begin in Vajradasana kneeling pose. Bring the left hand down towards the ground. Take the right arm up and take a gentle side stretch, peeling your right shoulder back and opening through your right hip. Take an inhale here, gaze further over, like you're trying to look at your right elbow. And on your exhale, right hand comes down, left arm draws up and over. Good, back to center, over to the other side, left hand is down. Feeling that stretch through the side body, over to the other side. One more, left hand down, right arm up. Good, right hand down, left arm up. Back into center. Let's find our way into our all fours position. Start to take a couple of cat cows, tucking the toes, dropping the belly, lifting your chest, shoulders draw back, inhale. Exhale, press ground away, find your dome. Inhale, coming to the front. Exhale, wrap round fold. Inhale to the front. Really exaggerate the movement, make this your last one. Exhale, round. Back to center, inhale, lift your left arm up, past Babalasana, thread the left arm through. Draw the knees nice and wide, sit your glutes back towards your heels. Threading the needle pose, extending your right arm to the front of the space and press the right hand into the ground. Find that stretch into your underarm. You have the option to stay here. You have the option to take a lift of the right hand, a bend in the right elbow, and place that moving hand onto your lower back, or maybe you're tucking it into the crease of your upper left thigh. In that bind, draw the right shoulder back. Let's come to our breath. Breathe it in. Watch the breath come out. Inhale. Exhale. If you had the bind, slowly start to release it. Circle the hand towards the front of the space. Draw the right hand close in towards your face. Push into the hand. Draw the left arm to come up. Gaze up to the hand and come back. Hands onto the mat position. Let's start to tuck the toes and shift ourselves into Malasana, which is your yogi squat. So the toes are pointing outwards. The knees are nice and open. So you can stay here and see the difference in my back and in my chest. When I push the elbows out and I lift my chest through, the back naturally straightens. Press your hands into one another, connecting into Anjali Mudra, the prayer position, left and right side in union. See if you can lift your toes off the floor and then place them back down. Draw your chest even further through. You can stay here. You can place a block underneath you for added support. You can do this on the floor and still have that nice open hip position. If you're with me, excuse my creaky floorboards. If you're with me, you can either stay here and stay upright, or we can start shifting from side to side and see how that feels in the inner hips. Such an important place of openness that's required for our Crow pose, we need to work through the physical body, flexibility, mobility, but we also need to think about where we're looking. Our drishti, that's number 2. And number 3, our breath, our prana is so important. So in this yogi squat, malasana, can you focus on steady breath? If you're swaying, can you come back to center? You can stay here if that's good for you, or bringing the right fingertips out to the side, create more of an openness, still draw the right hip away from you, and open the left arm up and out, so peeling through the left shoulder. Switch sides, left arm down, open the right arm up. Good, and keep moving through. Switching the sides, still focusing on your breath. And now bringing the drishti into it, gazing up to your fingertips as you open your hands out. You can start making this movement a little bit faster, testing out your balance. Good, bring it back to center, hands come down, drop onto your knees nice and wide, feet together. Extend the arms to the front, take a balasana child's pose. Draw the hands slightly in, extend your right arm up to the sky, pass balasana, thread the needle, right arm comes through, extend the left hand to the top of the mat, drop your right side of the head down to the earth. And you can stay here, or if you took the bind on the other side and you'd like to take it here. Left hand first slides back towards your face, lift it up, circle it round. Place the back of the hand to the upper right thigh or to the lower back. And maybe close your eyes back down if you had opened them. Good, start to release that bind, bring the hand close in towards your face, push it into the ground. Right arm comes up and then drop it back down. Let's transition our way onto Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Push the hands into the ground, lifting the knees. Take a bend in your right knee, a bend in your left. Keep moving through, bending out each of your knees. And then come into that stillness. Let's extend our right leg up towards the sky. Take a bend in your knee, foot towards your glute. Extend back into your 3-legged dog. Draw the knee into the chest. Let's drop the shin down, extend the left leg to the back of the space. Walk the hands back. Big circle of the left hand all the way to the back. Either you stay here or we're catching hold of this left foot and draw it in towards, taking a nice quad stretch. Hand can come down towards the knee and you can extend the right arm out to the sky, or you're keeping that left foot in that quad stretch. So choose a posture that makes sense for you today. Listen to your body, but also don't be afraid to challenge yourself. We say that. We can't take self-love so far that we don't do things that we just don't like. You've got to give things a go. Discipline, tapaha, is such an important philosophical practice in yoga. Let's start to release from wherever you are. We come back into this Kapotasana pigeon pose position. We're holding here, pressing the fingertips into the earth. Lift the chest up. Find that length through the lower back, breathing in. And as you breathe out, start to walk the hands further forward. They come to the top corners of your mat. Slowly start to lower everything down to the ground. Take an inhale, push the fingertips into the ground, lift the forearms, lift the chest, walk the hands back, chest keeps lifting, maybe the chin is up. And exhale, place the hands down. Find your three-legged dog with that right leg lifted in the air. Back into your downward facing Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Take a bend through that knee. Foot towards the glute. Straighten back up. Knee into the chest. Kapotasana pigeon pose. Circle the right arm to the back of the space. You either stay here. You catch hold of the foot, draw it into your quad stretch, or you're extending the arm down the foot and the left arm is lifting up. Slowly start to release, circle the two hands to the front, fingertips press into the earth, your chest is lifting up, you're doing so well. Start to walk the fingertips all the way down, two corners of the mat, elbows drop, forehead drops in that downwards direction. Take your breath in with your head down, and as you breathe out, start to lift, chest lifts. Hands walk back, chin lifts up to the sky, shoulders draw away. And then exhale, hands find the ground. Press the back toes, lift the left leg up to the sky, and then back down into your downward facing Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Let's drop down to our knees. We'll take Anahatasana, puppy pose or heart melting pose. Shift towards the back of the space. Grab hold of your blocks if you'd like to. They can really help with this. The hands are coming to the earth or to your blocks. Keeping the bum up in the air, start to slowly lower your chest, your forearms, your chin maybe, down to the ground. So it's quite an intense posture. It's an opening of the chest and it's a little back bend as well. If the blocks are not serving you, you can absolutely remove them. And maybe close your eyes and find a steadiness in your breath. This is what I want you to get used to. Being in positions that don't always feel fully comfortable, but you being able to get your breath and therefore your nervous system and the whole of the body to feel in control and to feel safe. You get to control that, you get to hijack it by altering your breath. Now taking as much time as you need, sliding yourself back up, draw the knees together to touch, tuck the toes, get your blocks close in. We're coming into crow practice. So I want you to first think about being open-minded with this. If you are feeling a bit nervous, you're all good. We're all safe here. Grabbing your blocks to come close in, press your hands into your blocks, lift your knees. You're coming first into your toe balance. See how my body is bent? I want you to now think about lifting your chest through, just like you did with that malasana, that yogi squat earlier. Good. When you're here, extend your arms in front of you, bring the hands in prayer, Anjali Mudra, the gesture, divine offering, to your chest. Relax the elbows. Drishti is to the front of the space, gazing straight ahead of you. Find that steadiness. From here, you can use your hands, you can use whatever you need to, but see if you can have a little challenge. If you can, from here, come into Malasana Yogi Squat. So you're going to have to lean over to one side, kick the leg out and place it down. And then lean over onto that side, kick the leg out and place it down. You're in your Malasana. Now this is always how I teach people to go into Bakasana. From Yogi Squat, Malasana to Bakasana is the way. Pretty much all of my students are able to do this pose even when they've never been able to do it before for years of trying. So We're going to move our blocks out to the side for now. If you've got that cushion or that blanket, I want you to grab it in front of you and place it there. It's going to act as your safety net if you have a fear of falling, which, by the way, everybody does. It's kind of a rite of passage that you will fall. Get used to it. As long as you do it safely, you're going to be okay. At first, let's work on pressing the hands into each other, thinking about that sitting upright position. And then I want you to think really carefully as you place the hands down of bringing the elbows to squeeze in and then out. So when we did our Anahatasan just now, your arms were extended in front, so your elbows were tracking to the back of the space. We were not having your elbows tracking out for a reason, so that you were prepped to keep the arms in the same position. So the hands can come to blocks if you find that a little bit easier for you, or you can bring them down to the ground. And this is totally going to depend on your individual body. The hands are down, you're gazing is so important. So you're not gazing down because you're going to go down. Your drishti, your gaze, is down and ahead. I want you to think of an aeroplane trying to take off. It's kind of looking like that. It's not looking all the way up to the sky, and it's not looking all the way down to the earth. It's looking down and ahead. So you are that aeroplane about to take off. You're that crow. Embody the crow, because this is crow pose. Hands are down. They're not over here, okay? Big mistake I see people make. Where is the body going to land? You've got to have it a lot closer in. Elbows are squeezed in. Pressing the hand into the ground. And then we start to come onto the tips of the toes and then drop down. Tips of the toes, down. Let me tell you, the drills are harder than the pose. When you actually can do the posture, it is not as difficult as the drills, because the drills is building up that strength. So this is going to burn a little bit, and you can always take a breather whenever you need it. We're just working on shifting the weight away from being fully in the feet and more into being in the hands. Good. Let's place the hands back down. Lift yourself back up onto your toes. Now start shifting the weight like you're trying to lift the bum in the air, and you're bending those elbows nicely. Your head is going to come pretty close towards the ground, and then you can come back down. We are not trying to rush this. We are not trying to hop or kick our legs up immediately. We're trying to take this in stages so it feels manageable and doable. If you can get into this pose at the end of this class, amazing. If you can't, amazing. We've got more to work on. It's a beauty, it's a joy to work through these poses. Okay, don't take it so seriously. If you feel comfortable and confident to be able to take a little lift in one foot or a few hops, you can absolutely do that. You can play around with lifting one, down, lift the other, down, and back down, reset and go again. If you would like to take it a step further, same again, that upper body, lower body connection, deep bend in your elbows, gazing down and ahead. We're taking a hop with both feet and down. So 2 feet at the same time. Maybe catch some air time, catch some time in flight, just like that crow flying like a bird. And as you do that, think about engaging through Muladhara Chakra, the lower body, squeezing out through the anus muscles, and Uddiyana Bandha, you're engaging the core. So if you're not engaging your core, it's harder to lift off. Make it easier for that physical body to do the work. And then you need to think about the breath. I know it sounds like it's a lot. It's not. It's 3 key things. Where are you looking? How are you breathing? What's your body doing? So you can now choose whatever option that you would like to choose to play around in. And if it's just the first option, that's perfect. It doesn't have to be the final stage. Or if you want to put it together, put the sequence together, you can do that. So let's give it a go. Hands down, elbows in, gazing down and ahead, keeping the breath steady, lifting one foot, maybe the other. Now, if you are up, I want you to think about your toes coming to touch. Maybe you're coming a little bit further down with the head, engaging through your core, Uddiyana Bandha, keeping breathing. And then slowly rest the feet back down, sit your glutes down, shake out the legs, do what you need to do. Going to give you one final option for those of you who still want to work on takeoff, but using your blocks. Your blocks are coming behind you. You're placing your feet on your blocks. Once you're steady, it's just my toes that are on my blocks. I'm bringing the hands back down. Now, this may feel really scary because you're further away from the floor, but it also might feel much more supportive because you are further away from the floor, if that makes sense, to be able to get that lift off and that length. So sometimes this can help. Again, everybody has a different body. All of us are different anatomically, and so some people this is like not going to feel good, and for other people it's going to feel perfect. So you listen to what feels best for you. I'm giving you plenty of options because I want you to see how you go. Good, let's place the hands down, gaze down and ahead, lift up. And then maybe it's a little bit easier to find that lift because you've got those blocks underneath you. And when you've had enough, you can place the blocks out to the side. If you want more practice, you can pop me on pause and you can keep playing around, or wait until the next class because we're focusing more on how to do crow pose and going straight into it. But if you're coming with me, come to lie down on your backs, extend the arms in front of you, lower everything down to the ground. Hands come into cactus arms. So your elbows in line with shoulders, hands facing up. Close your eyes, bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Just start to extend your right leg up to the sky, circle through just the ankle. Allow your breath to slow down, circle the foot the other way. Good, back to center, lower that foot down, left leg lifts up. Circle through your foot. And the other way. Lower the left leg down. Good, the knees come out to the side, draw the soles of the feet together. Bring your hands into Trimurti Mudra. This is the gesture of the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. So the thumbs touch, the first fingers touch, the rest of the fingers splay out to the sides. It's this triangle shape that rests on the lower belly. Roll the shoulders under. Trimurti Mudra is the gesture that represents the creator, Lord Brahma, the sustainer or the preserver of the universe, Lord Vishnu, and the destroyer of the universe, which is Lord Shiva. Just apply that mentality to your journey of going through into crow pose. So you get to choose what you create, so you get to choose what you keep, what internal messaging you're keeping in your mind about what it means to do this pose, whether you can do it or you can't do it. And you also get to destroy any of those thought patterns that are limiting. So you can find an evolution. So you are the creator. You get to choose. Can you find a bit more relaxation in your shoulders before we start to glue the knees together to touch? Draw them in, give yourself a nice big squeeze. And find your way onto one side of the mat. Taking your time to bring yourself up into a seated position. And when you get there, I want you to take a moment of gratitude for yourself, bringing both your hands onto your body, left hand on chest, right hand on your lower belly. Thank you for making the time to practice and to try something new and to journey with me over these 5 classes to explore yourself. Slowly blink the eyes open, welcome yourself back to the space. Well done, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed that first class. This is a great warm-up. You can do it whenever you want to, or you can do it before you want to spend a bit more time playing. The next class in this video is to go into how to do crow pose. So it's a bit more focused on specifically those drills and more tips and tricks as to how to do it to make sure that you are safe and you are comfortable and you are confident. And then we'll go into side crow and other funky, advanced, cool things. So try and stick with it, give it all a go. And thank you so much again for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, we have over 400 classes on my online yoga studio, which is called Unearthed. I also run retreats that are in person, that are all across the UK and Europe. And all of the teachers on Unearthed Online Yoga Studio are Indian teachers. So you're learning from people who came from the culture from where yoga originated. So you'll all get a free 7-day trial and 50% off with the code YouTube. I'll leave all the information in the caption. I hope to see you there, and I'll see you in our next class.